Oh, what up, 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 what up. Welcome back to Sexton Accountability. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but yeah, what's up? Anyways, today I want to talk about a trip that I had on mushrooms, a heroic dose, if you will. All right, so let's get right into it. So I took a heroic dose of mushrooms in the past, and it was calling me to take more. So I started off kind of slow, and then I ended up eating a large amount, over a quarter. All right. And so I ended up taking a bath. I'm a bath guy. I'm a bath advocate. I take a bath almost every single night. All right. Fight me. Anyways, I don't know where my mood is at today, but it's all over the place. Anyways, so I'm in a bath. I'm enjoying it. It's a hot ass bath. I start to see that the spout is kind of wiggling a little bit. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to move on from this. My intention when I take psychedelics is never to see crazy things. And if you're interested, yes, I'm a person in long-term recovery, but if I felt moved to partake in some psychedelics, I most likely would. Not really acid. That's not really my thing. I didn't have bad experiences with it, but I'm more of a psilocybin, maybe mescaline, kind of guy. Anyways, and so I get out of the bath and I'm like, I'm feeling good. I'm in that womb state. If you're familiar, I don't know if this is a common thing, but I've definitely heard some aspects of this being pretty prevalent in people's experience. And so I was very warm because of the bath, and I'm laying in bed. I put the covers on, I'm chilling. I start to get mucusy, get real mucusy, like snotty almost. And I start yawning. I can't even talk. If you are familiar with the yawn, it's pretty satisfying in my experience. I was like, yeah, I'm yawning, dude. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is nice. And so I kind of regressed into like womb form, like I said earlier, like I'm a little baby. And it was a good experience, dude, because at this point I had zero visuals and I'm on a heroic dose. It's very dark. And then I end up turning on the TV randomly. And I'm telling this story pretty quickly, but there was nothing terrible. There was nothing even, the challenging aspect was I was looking at maybe my communication hasn't been on point. Maybe I'm holding on to things I need to let go of. Maybe I need to stop doing certain things. Oh, actually, no, I really do need, so it kind of starts off as like a question. It's like, oh, here, let me offer this to you. Maybe you should. And then it's like, no, you need to do this. Okay. So that was what I got out of it. My intention was to gain insight like that. And I got it. And it's crazy because, like I said, my intention was never to see trippy things, except for maybe the first time that I did it because I was a teenager. It was always just to gain something. And so I feel like that's why I had inherently positive experiences and very minimal visual hallucinations. And dude, like I already know people what they're thinking, oh, well, you didn't get good, the quality wasn't good. It's like, no, I'm sorry. That's not the case. It's literally you get what you kind of intend on in my experience, and things come up out of nowhere, of course. But like I said, my intention was never to see trippy shit, except for when I was a teenager. So anyways, I end up turning on the TV and The Big Bang Theory is on. And I'm like, I really don't like this show. I would almost go as far as to say that I hate this show, even though it's a very strong word. Every time I saw it on TV, I would change the channel. I was like, I don't want to watch this Big Bang Theory. Like, who likes this show is the thought I would have when I saw this. Anyways, that wasn't my thought on this day. I sat there and I watched it, and I felt overwhelming compassion and understanding for people that like that show. I was like, you know what? This show is inherently positive. This show brings joy into people's lives. This show is kind of, I guess, quick-witted, so certain people really like it. And then I said to myself, you know what? This show isn't that bad. And I even got emotional because I was thinking about how I affect other people, my behavior, what just my influence on the world, and thinking about how I just so harshly judged The Big Bang Theory. Now, would I want to watch The Big Bang Theory now? No. But I'm just saying, like, it's interesting. It's interesting. And so what I got out of that experience was that there were some discrepancies when it came to how I affected other people. It became very apparent that I was holding on to anger when it came to past professional experiences, and that I needed to address that, and I needed to, address some things that I was consuming and maybe not do that, and not maybe, but just not do that. And so it was an inherently positive experience, And I just have to say, I'm not promoting the use of psychedelics. I'm not encouraging it. It's something that we need to be very mindful about. It can be very, very sketchy when people do psychs and they are already in a mental state that is challenging. It's conflicting because a lot of people talk about psychs and they act like it's like the magic bullet when it comes to curing mental health issues, which I think it definitely has its application, or they have their application, but it needs to be done very, very carefully and with accountability. So that's my take on it. That's, just one of many experiences that I had with psychedelics. And for the most part, all of them were positive, except for when I did salvia. Well, except for when I did salvia for like the 20th time, and it was 100x. So yeah. And I've told that story. I'm pretty sure it's on here if you just scroll through my videos, but it was a terrible experience. And the only thing I learned from that was not to do it again. Yet I did it again the next day, but didn't have the same experience. I was very careful just to consume a tiny amount. But yeah, dude, that's it. I appreciate y'all. Please like and subscribe. If you somehow came about this naturally on YouTube and you don't know about my other content, check me out on TikTok. I have a serious account called Accountabro. I have a satirical comedy cringe account called Sexton Sober. And then I have my original main account that I've abandoned, and that's Sexton Sobriety. I'm also on Instagram. I respond to all DMs. You can hit up my website also. It's Sexton's Accountability.com. I was about to say Sexton Sobriety, but it's sextonaccountability.com. So check it out. You can send me a message on there, and you can check out what I do professionally as an accountability consultant. So shout out to y'all. Be easy. Be careful out there, y'all. Be careful.